In this lecture, we're going to start exploring loops. Looping is the process of repeating the same actions. A loop can be performed with conditions or a collection of values. We're going to explore both options. To get started, we'll perform a loop based on a condition. In the script, I'm going to remove all the code. Next, let's create a variable called a with an initial value of 1. This lecture will aim to output the numbers 1 through 15. This variable will be updated with each number. As we do so, we'll output the number into the page. This is the perfect use case for a while loop. A while loop allows us to repeat actions based on a condition. Let's look at an example. Below the variable, add the while keyword with a pair of parentheses and curly brackets. Inside the parentheses, we must provide an expression that evaluates to a Boolean value. If we don't provide a Boolean value, PHP type juggles the value into a Boolean. Expressions that evaluate to true will cause the code inside the curly brackets to execute. Otherwise, nothing happens. Let's use the following condition: a less than equals 15. In this example, the a variable must be less than or equal to the number 15. Since our variable stores the number 1, this condition evaluates to true. Thus, our loop will be executed. PHP always checks the condition before executing the block of code. Inside our block of code, let's write the following: echo a.br. In this example, we're echoing the number along with the break tag. This is so that our numbers aren't cluttered. We're almost finished. At the moment, we have an infinite loop. Infinite loops are considered to be highly dangerous. After a block of code has been executed, PHP evaluates the expression written from within the parentheses again. If the expression evaluates to true, the block of code is executed once more. This process repeats until the condition evaluates to false. A false value causes PHP to move on to the next line of code written after the loop. Our condition always evaluates to true. We are never updating the a variable. It's always considered good practice to avoid infinite loops. Otherwise, a block of code runs endlessly. Resources are consumed to the point that a system will crash. After echoing the value, let's write the following: a++. We could have used the addition operator to accomplish this task. However, it's not uncommon to increment a value by 1 from within a loop. For this reason, PHP introduces the increment operator to add 1 to a value. It's cleaner to read than the other solution. On each iteration, the number will increment. Eventually, the variable will be greater than 15. Thus, our loop stops running. The numbers 1 through 15 appear on the page. The while loop is a powerful feature. PHP has an alternative syntax for writing while loops called do while. Let's convert our while loop into a do while loop. First, move the while portion of the code from the beginning to the end of the loop. Next, add a semicolon. Lastly, add the do keyword at the beginning of the loop. There's one major difference between a while and do while loop. A do while loop executes code from within the curly brackets at least once. This section of code is guaranteed to run once. After executing the block of code, PHP checks the conditions. Previously, the while loop would perform the condition check first. It's uncommon to use the do while loop, but it can be helpful when you need to run code at least once. In addition, a semicolon is necessary for the while keyword. Typically, PHP does not require the semicolon for blocks of code. However, since we're writing additional code after the closing bracket, we must manually end the statement. The same results are outputted into the page. That's to be expected since the condition doesn't change. To prove the block of code executes, let's change the condition by setting the number to 0. If we run the script again, only a single number appears. Despite the condition evaluating to false, PHP has executed our block of code before checking the condition. In most cases, you probably won't need the do while loop, but it is nice to know. In the next lecture, let's keep exploring loops.